Imagine this. The NFL finally announces its 2026 Super Bowl halftime headliner. And instead of the usual cheers and countdowns to the big show, the spotlight suddenly shifts to immigration debates and heated political reactions. That's exactly what's happening right now, after the league confirmed that Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny will take the stage at one of the world's most watched events. Instead of the headlines being all about his music, energy, and global impact, the conversation turned when Lewandowski, a senior Homeland Security advisor and longtime political figure, gave remarks that quickly went viral. His words connected the halftime show with the government's stance on immigration enforcement, and for many fans, that changed the tone of what should have been an exciting cultural celebration. The result is a story that now blends sports, music, and politics in a way we rarely see before the big game. Bad Bunny, whose real name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, has been clear in interviews that despite his immense worldwide fame, he has hesitated to perform often in the United States because of fears that his fans might be unfairly targeted. He once described the possibility of ICE, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement, showing up near his concerts as something that weighed heavily on him and his team. To him, concerts should be spaces of joy, community, and freedom, not places where people worry about being detained. With the announcement of his Super Bowl halftime performance, those old concerns have been thrust back into the spotlight. Instead of focusing solely on his artistry and the anticipation for his set, people are discussing whether attendees and fans should feel worried about broader enforcement policies. This added layer makes the halftime show more than just entertainment. It's become a symbol of larger social questions. Lewandowski, who once served as Donald Trump's campaign manager and currently advises the Department of Homeland Security, responded in a way that surprised many observers. Speaking during a podcast appearance, he said there were no so-called safe havens for people living in the country illegally, not even at massive events like the Super Bowl. He warned that enforcement efforts could happen anywhere, stressing that detention and deportation remain key parts of current policy. His blunt words drew fast reactions, with critics saying this linked national immigration enforcement to a cultural event meant for fun and unity. Supporters, however, argued he was simply restating the law. Either way, the message quickly spread across social media and news outlets, ensuring that the story was no longer just about a halftime show performance, but about the unexpected collision of music, politics, and public policy before one of America's most iconic events. The NFL, for its part, has not issued any direct statement in response to Lewandowski's remarks, leaving fans and media to speculate about how the league might handle the conversation leading up to the game. Historically, the halftime show has been seen as a unifying moment that transcends sports and spotlights some of the world's most influential artists. This time, however, the buildup has been clouded by outside debate. Fans of Bad Bunny are voicing concerns online, with many urging that the halftime show remain about music, energy, and inclusion, rather than becoming entangled in political discussions. Analysts note that artists at the Super Bowl have often made cultural statements, but this situation feels different because it's tied to enforcement language coming from a government advisor. What could have been a straightforward entertainment story has now become a complex national discussion about what it means to host a performance of this scale. Looking ahead to the 2026 Super Bowl, one thing is clear. This halftime show is already carrying more weight than most. Instead of just being remembered for fireworks, choreography, and chart-topping hits, it may now also be seen through the lens of immigration policy and political tension. For Bad Bunny, the challenge will be balancing his artistry with the outside noise surrounding his performance. For the NFL, the focus will be on ensuring that the event maintains its tradition of unity and global attention without letting political debates overshadow the music. And for millions of fans, the hope is simple, that when the lights go down and the halftime show begins, what they remember is the artistry, energy, and celebration of culture, not the controversy. Whether this moment fades or continues to dominate conversation, it has already shown how intertwined entertainment and public policy have become in today's America.